Hi everyone! Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Mindful Mondays. Here we're going to be taking a look at the general collective energy for the week of June the 6th to the 12th. All right, please show us everything we need to see for the general collective for June 6th to the 12th. So Mercury retrograde officially ended on June the 3rd. So over this next week or so, you might be feeling like things are slowly starting to move forward again. Usually it takes about 10 days, sometimes upwards of like 2 weeks for energy to feel like there's movement, there's progress. In the last month or so, we have been revisiting, revising. You may have had some issues with past circumstances, past people come back into your life, just to help with the healing process. So let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Show us everything we need to see for the general collective for the week of June the 6th to the 12th. June the 6th to the 12th. Anything else? Anything else we need to see? Interesting. I am getting like there's a split in the reading. On one hand, I feel like there's a lot of multitasking, a lot of projects, a lot of responsibilities, and then on the other hand, I don't know why, but I'm really strongly getting love. And that might change. Maybe I'm being influenced by this Lovers card here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers card, Gemini card here, which makes a lot of sense. We're still in Gemini season. For others of you, this could be symbolic for an intimate relationship that means a lot to you. Soulmate connection doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be a friend. For others, this could be a choice that we're needing to make regarding something that we are passionate about. We have here the Page of Wands upright. Whenever I see the Page of Wands, I'm always thinking of like the type of person, the type of energy where you can always see like the bright side of a situation. You're not afraid to take risks. You're not afraid to take that chance, to be more spontaneous, to say yes when you would normally say no, like finding your inner joy, finding that inner spark. You may be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Maybe that's the choice that you're needing to make, has something to do with a fire sign. For others of you, it's a choice that you need to make that will significantly influence the joy that you experience in your life. I'm almost feeling like everyone, maybe not everyone, but a lot of you might be making choices that align with your inner joy. Like, for example, maybe in the past you have prioritized other people's needs, wants, and desires, and as a result of prioritizing other people, you haven't really been able to live a full life yourself because you're so busy being a caretaker, always placing people before yourself. I think the choices you're trying to make for yourself in this upcoming week really have more to do with like the personal impact, your own personal experience of life, finding that light, that spark from within, and prioritizing that over what everyone else wants you to do. Whether this is affecting you in like a love relationship, maybe some of you have to make some choices regarding a partnership that doesn't necessarily make sense for other people. Maybe you're trying to reignite some sparks back into your romantic life, back into your dating life. If you're single, maybe you're trying to find that energy to go out there and start meeting new people. For others of you, if this is a work situation, you want to say yes to opportunities that not only bring about financial stability, but like are also your passion. Are you stuck in a mundane job? You're just working 9 to 5, but like you're totally checked out mentally and emotionally. It doesn't light you up. Or are you contributing to your workplace and saying yes to opportunities in money, work, and finance that, yes, help to make money, but also is something that like you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy life? Are you enjoying life? Are you making choices that correspond to finding that inner light? And some of you, it seems like you're coming out of a period of feeling maybe misunderstood, left out in the cold. If this is a relationship, then maybe you and your partner have not been on the best terms, and you're coming out of a period of stagnation. You're coming out of maybe for some of you, a separation. Maybe you've been spending some time apart, or if not on purpose, maybe if you're not purposely spending time apart, maybe work has been so busy and life has been so busy with so many things going on. I do have the 8 of Pentacles here. So many things going on that maybe you've neglected your relationships, whether it's your friendships, family relationships, or a romantic partner, that maybe one of you or some of you have been feeling like, I'm not a priority. So how do I reignite some happiness into my personal relationships and into my life in general after a period of feeling like, wow, I'm not important. I'm not important. For others of you, you're rediscovering with the Hierophant upright, you're rediscovering what you want out of your relationship. Maybe some of you are married or thinking about getting married or thinking about moving on to the next stage in your relationships. For others of you, this is an upgrade, a spiritual upgrade. Maybe some of you have been dealing with breakup energy or separation energy, and you're finding your voice, your inner voice through the Hierophant. You're finding that inner light through this Hierophant energy so that you can effectively make a choice that is better suited towards you and what you want for yourself in your life. Now, as the cards fell out, something that really has stood out to me is this 8 of Pentacles energy, which I did mention earlier as it corresponds to the bottom of the deck, but I feel a little bit scattered, like we're still trying to find our footing with something. I'm feeling a lot of burnout. So for some people, I would say maybe during retrograde season and entering this week, we've been juggling a lot of different things, a lot of different responsibilities, whether it's multiple jobs. For others, it could be jobs, but I'm also getting like life circumstances. There's just a lot on your plate. You've had a full plate for some time and you don't have space. You don't have space to add anything new into your life. There's a message here about being stuck in all of like the things that need to get done. Is there room? Are you creating room and space to slow down and relax a little bit? Now, I know we just came out of retrograde, and I know that in retrograde, usually things do slow down. But for some reason, I'm feeling like as things have been on pause, they've also been moving very quickly. And it's felt a little bit chaotic. And I think some of us have had a hard time trying to understand how certain things have worked out for us. And I'm still feeling a lot of overwhelm, emotional overwhelm, mental overwhelm, burnout for a lot of people. There's a message here about trying to narrow down what you have going on in your life to only the things that are really aligned with your soul purpose. Is it necessary for you to be juggling all of these 8 pentacles? Is this necessary? Or is there a way for you to reprioritize your responsibilities so that you don't feel so tired all the time? I'm also getting here with the 4 pentacles upright. I feel like some of us are still holding on to certain things that don't belong on our plate anymore. They just don't. And we're still, for whatever reason, holding on to these things that no longer serve us. And that's okay. Again, we're just getting out of retrograde, so there's nothing wrong with that. I think we're still reevaluating how to move forward now that we've rediscovered certain things during this lunation period. During eclipse season, retrograde season, Saturn is now retrograde also. So there's a lot that's going on, a lot of major shifts and changes, a lot of karmic release collectively that's taking place. And I'm still getting that whatever it is that like you're low key still holding on to is actually part of the reason why it feels like you're so overwhelmed. Whatever it is that you're not willing to surrender, it could be a relationship, it could be a mentality, a way of being, a work situation, bad habits. There's something that we're still doing, and it's going to be different for everyone. And the thing that you're still doing and not really being open about is what's contributing to you feeling so stuck. For some of you, this could be you holding on to a relationship that no longer serves you, but not being upfront about it. Like you're pretending you're over something, but you're not actually over something. Or you're pretending you've healed a trauma, but you haven't really gone through it yet. So you're presenting as if like, you know, you have all of your shit together, you have a lot going on, but there's something, I feel like there's something major that's taking a lot of mental space and energy. It's just occupying a lot of your time, and it's preventing you from being able to see things clearly. It's preventing you from being able to learn things, learn new things. Let's clarify. But I just feel some stagnant energy here. Maybe even some self-denial going on. Like maybe you just don't want to admit something. Like I feel like you know what's going on, and you're just not. I just feel like you're stuck here. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what's clarified. Page of Swords. I hope this is making sense. I feel like sometimes my readings are so vague lately that I'm not sure if it resonates, but these are the messages I'm getting. Page of Swords, please. Page of Swords. Clarify the Page of Swords. Okay, Page of Swords is clarified by the Five of Wands upright, the Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Cups upright. A lot of competition. For some of you, as it pertains to work, I feel like you are working in a very saturated environment. Maybe there's a lot of competition. If you're an entrepreneur, maybe this new venture that you have going on feels very saturated. It's very competitive. There's just a lot of voices within this space. And I think if you are trying to move forward with a specific venture, you may feel as if your ability to break through and to create that name for yourself, and to really establish yourself within a particular space is not happening as quickly as you would like it to happen. I do feel like there's a message here for self-love, that if you've been working really hard at almost trying to force something, I feel like some of you think that the more you learn about something, the more likely you will be successful in this thing. However, there's a message about self-care and mental rest and prioritizing healing in your heart space. I almost feel like there's a competition wound that needs to be healed, as represented by this Ace of Cups. If you feel like you are in competition with your peers, or if it feels like there's some comparison going on with similar people in your field, there needs to be some healing in that space. There is no competition. There's space for everyone here. Like everyone is meant for something. Everyone has gifts and talents, and a way to contribute to the collective consciousness. But I think with social media and like just all of social media, I think it just be a really toxic place where you, whether you like it or not, you end up comparing yourself to other people. You compare posts, likes, subscriber counts, follower counts, like all of that. All of that is like a whole world of potential insecurity, potential triggers. And I think that maybe in the past you thought that if you can learn how to like re-strategize certain things in order to be more successful, but I'm getting here that like you're looking in the wrong place, because at the end of the day, like There's only so many strategies you could teach yourself, and there really is no competition. And if you've been feeling like your page or your business has been a little bit stagnant and things haven't been progressing as quickly as you like, there's a message here about like everything happens in divine timing, and there's a wound that needs to be healed. There's an insecurity that needs to be healed. For others of you, you could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Maybe there's been some arguments with you between you and this air sign energy, and there's a lack of communication that's happened in the past for you and this person. If this is a love connection, this could be an offer that's coming to you after a period of stagnation. Maybe you and your person got into a little bit of a squabble, and there was like miscommunication happening here, but there is an Ace of Cups, so there is a love offer being given to you. So if this is a love relationship, it's not over. It was just an argument and you guys are going to get over it. It's fine. But for others of you, if this is not a relationship, I'm feeling like in the workplace setting, there's like jealousy happening here. There's a false sense of competition, comparison, triggers, and a need for self-healing and self-love in this space. All right, let's see, Eight of Pentacles. And I think if this resonates on a work situation, I think maybe that's why you have the Eight of Pentacles here. Maybe that's why you are feeling burnt out, because you're trying to do too much instead of allowing universe and spirit to guide you through the journey. It's almost like you've intellectualized how things are supposed to happen for you. Oh, Tower. We also have here Five of Pentacles. Again, we have the Five of Pentacles underneath the spread, also in reverse. And then we also have here the King of Swords. Lots of air sign energy. King of Swords in reverse. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. We have an unexpected thing that will take place. Something totally shook up. Something that you perceived to be predictable. I think with this Eight of Pentacles, you've had a specific routine going. Yes, your plate is full, but you know everything that's on your plate inside out, but it's been very disruptive. Like your flow has been disrupted, whether it was during retrograde season or this upcoming week. Something is going to take place to kind of shake up what you consider to be your everyday routine. Some of you are coming out of a place of feeling left out in the cold, stagnant. Maybe you were dealing with an air sign that needed some space. Let's pull some extra clarification. What is this Tower moment? Tower moment. It's funny because the last Mindful Monday I put up, I was talking about how it feels like the beginning of something new and how we've gotten the Tower over and over and over for months, and here we are again. Tower once again. Tower moment. What is this Tower? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. This tried to pop up earlier, but I put it back in the deck and it came out again. And the World card upright. This is a karmic situation. I think some of you are facing a shakeup within your work life sector or within life in general. There's some major shifts happening in what you thought was a predictable routine. If you've been juggling something and burning the candle at both ends for a long time, that's about to catch up to you. You cannot sustain what your normal routine is for much longer. And I really feel like this has been burdensome to you. Some of you may have been dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or there's a lot of Pentacles energy here. So I'm feeling like this shakeup is within your work life. It's within what you consider to be very stable. If this is a relationship, either with an air sign or an earth sign, I'm feeling like you've tried a lot of things to resurrect your relationship. You've tried a lot of things to try to reignite a spark within your relationship. And if you've been having a hard time with your partner, I am seeing here that you're tired. 10 of Wands in reverse. You're tired. You don't want to be burdened with this anymore. It feels like you've been doing most of the work. With the World energy here, something is coming full circle. This is a karmic situation. There's some learning lessons that need to be implemented, not just with you, but whoever your partner is. I'm getting this more for long-term partnerships. A lot of the old stuff that the red flags, the things that you were not taking seriously have come to the surface during retrograde season, and now you're being forced to deal with this because it's created a lot of instability in your life. And I'm getting like maybe some of you have been dealing with an absent partner, or someone who's not emotionally invested, someone who's maybe always at work and never at home, or doesn't appear to want to spend time with you because they have so much going on their plate. There's a shakeup here. Something needs to be restructured within this dynamic. And maybe that's what the Lovers card is showing us at the bottom of the deck, that our most important relationships, there needs to be a reshuffling, a reprioritization of how we have structured our life, because there's a negative impact on our personal relationships. Let's take a look at this Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Ten of Cups. The Sun. Strength in reverse. Here we are again with Leo energy. I've been saying it for months and months. There's something about Leo season. I think the more we move into the summertime energy, the more we're going to discover love, happiness, and joy once again. We've kind of lost sight about the things that make us happy. We've been prioritizing other people's happiness over our own. And that's not to say that we shouldn't be compromising. That's not to say that, we need to be selfish, quote unquote, selfish, and like place ourselves above everyone else. But I really do believe that there needs to be a balance here. You've given up too much of what makes you happy. And I think towards the end of the month and moving into this summertime energy, we're going to be rediscovering what it means to create balance in our life and what it means to rediscover love, like falling in love with yourself all over again, falling in love with yourself as you show up at work, as you show up in your personal relationships. You want that happily ever after. You want to feel emotionally fulfilled, but your emotional fulfillment has to start with you. And it's rediscovering this inner joy, this inner light. Maybe not being so hard and showing more sensitivities with strength in reverse, showing more of your sensitivities, because vulnerability is your superpower. Vulnerability is your strength. And I think in being more open in these conversations that we're having, whether in the workplace or in our personal relationships, that's really going to help us to open back up to rediscovering what it is that makes us feel passion in life. Four of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles. We have the Fool in reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles upright, and then we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So I am getting here, you do want to move out of a situation that's no longer working. And maybe you do have some other opportunities or some other ideas that you haven't shared with people. However, something is keeping you stuck in this place. Like you're not ready to let something go, Fool in reverse. But at the same time, even though you're not ready to let something go, you're also still working through the mental and emotional traps that you've set for yourself, because you have been stagnant, or your relationship has been stagnant, or your work life has been stagnant. You have been working really hard on something, like you've given it your all, mentally, emotionally, physically. You've really like put all of your eggs in one basket, and you were banking on this to work out and to work out properly. But this is an evaluation period. As we're moving out of retrograde season, you need to reevaluate, was all this hard work worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? I mean, only you will know that. I think you're still working through a lot of the heavy emotions associated with this thing. And I don't think you're ready to share what you've discovered in this process. Things are slowly starting to be more and more clear for you, but I do feel like you're evaluating your actions, you're evaluating someone else's actions, you're evaluating the consequences to those actions, and you're evaluating how you want to move forward from there. You're not necessarily ready to make a major decision about this yet. Let's take a look at this Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords upright. We have the Nine of Swords upright. We have the 3 of Wands in reverse. And we have the 7 of Wands upright. I feel like if this is a personal relationship, you're really stressed out, you're losing sleep, you're super anxious, but every time you try to talk to your partner about what's going on, they get very defensive or you get very defensive. You really don't know how to move forward from this particular situation, and that's why you're trapped right now. Like, this is clear as day as it pertains to a love connection. And with the Lovers card at the bottom of the deck, like, this is a priority in your mind right now. Like, trying to figure out what to do in your love relationship is a major priority for you. Now, this won't resonate with everyone. I'm not saying everyone is going through some relationship strife, but for those of you who do resonate with this on a love relationship level, take your time in making this choice. It is a major decision. Something big has happened. A major shift has happened in your relationship dynamic. And the solution will not present itself overnight. You really have to be clear about what it is that you want, how you want to move forward. I do understand that you want to be happy. You want the 10 of Cups. You want the Sun card. But is that realistic given the current situation that you are in with your partner? And if it's not, take the time necessary to really figure that out and be open to doing things differently, because I'm getting here that you guys keep doing the same thing over and over and over. Someone gets anxious, someone tries to have a conversation about it, but it doesn't go well. Someone gets defensive, the other person gets upset. Then the Tower moment happens again. You take some space, start arguing, you come back together. You try to talk about things, someone gets defensive, a blow up happens again. It's like, it's happening over and over and over. And that's why you're stuck. So something has to give, something has to change. Like, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You need to make this choice. You need to make this choice. And I'm getting here for some of you, if this is a love reading for you, remember who you are. Remember who you are. This is who you are. And somehow along the way, you lost this version of you. Rediscover who this person is. And that's where you're going to find your answers about what to do next. That's what's going to help untrap you from a stagnant situation, because you're not the same. You've lost yourself within this dynamic. It's time to rediscover yourself again. Now, if this is a workplace situation, some of you, your workplace has sucked out all the life out of you. And I'm just feeling like a transformation needs to take place there. You're either thinking about leaving your full-time job and starting something new, or you're in the middle of trying to figure out how to revamp your full-time job, because I am getting that some of you feel checked out. And I think you're checked out because you have too many responsibilities here. It's like overworked, underpaid. You're doing work that isn't even in your job description. For others of you, it's the opposite. It's that you have so much that you want to do outside of the workplace, but your workplace takes up so much of your time that you're unable to dedicate yourself to all of your other passion projects. So regardless, whether it's work or whether it's love, this whole week is about restructuring your daily routine, restructuring what has become your daily routine because you're unhappy with it. And if you're unhappy with it, there's no use repeating the same thing over and over, because you're just going to keep experiencing this Tower moment. Let's pull some final advice, please. Spirit, give us some final advice for the general collective for this week. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are the qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So if this is resonating on a love level, you and your partner are mirroring one another. So these breakdowns with the 9 of Swords upright, with the 8 of Swords, with the 5 of Pentacles, with the Tower moment, with the 5 of Wands, with the 8 of Wands in reverse, with the 7 of Wands upright, with the 10 of Wands in reverse, all of these heavy, burdensome, argumentative energies, remember that if that's what they're showing to you, you're equally showing it back to them. And the only way to find healing and to come back to this place of Ace of Cups, love, this place of mutual understanding, is to recognize that you guys need to have a conversation. And sometimes it's about how you say it rather than what you're saying. Vulnerability is needed back here. Whether it's for you or whether it's them or whether it's both of you, you guys are reflections of each other. So keep that in mind as you're moving through this situation. If this is a workplace situation, same thing. If you've been having a hard time with your boss, maybe you and your boss have not seen eye to eye, remember that their qualities that they're triggering for you are maybe qualities that you also need to work on as well. I'm feeling like we need to pull one more clarification. Let's pull from our Lemuria pocket size oracle deck. Anything else? Any other messages? Okay, that's way too many. Any other messages? Okay. Okay, we have several. Air, paradigm shift. This is a time of tremendous change, and the speed of our evolution is increasing exponentially. Perfect for Mercury going direct. We can build energetic sovereignty, inspire others, connect the dots, and receive and share knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what this fresh, new, and long-awaited breath in is all about. An expansive being holds a tiny heart-shaped seedling. When the foundation we build on comes from a place of love over fear, we will see huge positive changes in the world. We can start with ourselves. And that's this self-love energy that I've been saying since the beginning of this reading, okay? It starts with you. It starts with figuring out how to work your way back to this version of you. Okay, it starts with you. The paradigm shift starts with you. I'm going to read one more since there were two that also showed up. Manifestia. You can decide how you want to live. The universe fully supports your choice to step into the optimal version of yourself. Dream big and then dream bigger. Now is a great time to start the projects you've been considering. All it takes is some pollination. Be creative with your visioning. Sow the seeds of reality you want to experience through affirmative thinking and higher intention. Then anchor or ground your dream seeds, manifest it from the heart, overcome fear, take strong positive action, and let go of the outcome. Know and trust your dreams are already on their way, and expect to see results. So again, this whole idea of it starting with you, I'm getting that strongly for the collective, regardless of whether this is love or in work. It's time to plant those seeds. It's time to plant those seeds. So I hope this message resonated with you all. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Mindful Mondays, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.